Item number 11, members' reports. So, Rosie, you want to table that. I think everyone's got a copy of that, but thank you for that excellent report and also your hard work on that delegation too. You want to talk to it at all, Rosie, or?
Well, I think everyone does have a copy. The only thing I did forget was to sign it. Terribly sorry. But it was, I think I mentioned at the time that it was extremely a valuable trip, and I think there's a lot to be gained by it, and there were meetings being held while we were actually away to further negotiations for that mill that was thought had been shelved, so that was still ongoing. And we did hold an investors' evening, which I think there's more to come from that as well. So, I mean, it certainly was a real eye-opener for me as to how valuable I think future relationships are, well, current relationships are with China. And there's no doubt, I don't think it can be just done by email or I came back with a cold from the air conditioning. But I think it does have to be personal relationships, and I think they have to be just enhanced by further, whatever it is. You know, it can't be just over phone and email. I think there has to be ongoing efforts made, and we identified several areas where we need to make more efforts in creating things that the Chinese will want to do when they're here. We talked about restaurants, we talked about all sorts of business ideas and various things which we are still discussing actually with various people. And I think that will help get more tourists here, more business opportunities here. So I think it was a well worth going. So that's my opinion, and I think it was really good. And I think everyone who went, and the people that went on the trip as well, the business people, the ladies from the Taupo group, gave me a good opportunity to actually get to know them better for future relationships, actually, for other reasons. So it was really, really worthwhile. I thought it was great. Sorry, Zane, if you didn't get a copy, here it is. There's one for you to have a look at.
Thank you. Thanks, Rosie.
Just while we're on the China topic, and I don't know if it's an appropriate place to talk about it, but the risk stuff we were talking about this morning, because we've been involved in that Chinese issue now, aren't we? With the OIA issue, which concerns me about how we got our risk policy right. We're giving out perhaps wrong information. Oh, is it? Not anymore.
Okay, probably just thank you very much. Councillor Hickley, would you? No. That's golf course. Okay. All right. Thank you very much, councillors. Any other members' reports? You got them all there, Shaney?
All right, and just to make the comment, I'm on the Access Committee. We haven't had a meeting to report on this month, but we did last month. I finally received a document that we spent $20,000 or $25,000 on, where we had an audit of the Central Business District for Access Taupo. And what was interesting, I won't read the whole 79 pages, just to point out some of the things. There's 745 residents in Taupo have mobility parking permits. That's 3.8% of the population. 17.2% are aged 65 or over, an increase from 14.4% in 2006, and compares with 14.3% for the whole of New Zealand. But what's also interesting, that they believe to cover the serious risks item from the survey is 175,000. Now, I believe it's in staff hands whether they're going to come back, both Rosie and Claire, but it makes very, very interesting reading. So no doubt there'll be documents in the office for people to get.
Oh, yep, sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Oh, no, and just wanted to, just wanted to say we had the opening of our Civic Centre playground in Mangakino yesterday, and it managed to stay, the sun managed to shine for 10 minutes or so while we did it. But yeah, it was really great. It was great. It was good. Great day.
And well done.
Yep.
Various groups are involved with that.
Yeah.
It was fantastic. So, congratulations there. Right.
Just through the chair,
Yes, Councillor Cousins.
Council may be aware of the ongoing issues we have with the Lions Company in Turangi. It's sort of reached a new crescendo this morning with the New Zealand Herald doing an article.
Yes, I was one of their business reporters, and she did a 170-something word article on the Lions Company, and Elizabeth Angleseed, who is the communications officer for the Lions Company, I won't repeat what she's put in the press, but it wasn't a very good comment, and I think there's been some very angry responses to her comments. And TV3 are interviewing actually at the moment, doing a follow-up on it. So I'm glad that it's finally taken some traction, because we've been battling the Lions Company in Turangi with with the support of the Community Board since about 2007, maybe earlier. And
Do we say battling or trying to enhance discussion?
well, enhanced discussing on the Community Board side, battling on the community side. I would think that would be how the community would see it. And it is needing to be worked through. And I think that the more exposure it gets, the more that the two parties will actually come and have those discussions that are necessary.
What's the problem?
In Turangi, it's the pricing methodology that is used.
The fact that it's split.
No, Rosie. It's the way the Lions Company make up their charges for people. They do it on a peak demand, and over the winter time they do 6 periods where they take the peak that you have used of your power and they average it out, and you are charged that peak for the whole year. We've got people in Turangi who get $60 power bills but are paying $120 in lines charges. It's and the Lions Company need to, when they are controlling, is when they are looking at the peaks. And they have got widgets and a map that tell people when they're controlling so that you can turn everything off. But that also means that people get cold and don't cook their dinners on time and things like that. But that's the issue, is that those devices that are there for you to use are not they're not accurate. And so you can think it's okay, the light's green, I can cook my dinner, and actually it's not. And you will get peaked. And the amount of conversations in houses in Turangi about power prices is incredible. It just goes on, and we have got elderly people in Turangi, we've got young families in Turangi, and we've got business people in Turangi who are suffering through this. And it's been very difficult to get the message out to the rest of New Zealand, because to get an understanding of what the pricing is doing to people is really hard. We've been to a select committee, we've been, the community, when I say we, I mean the community, have been to the select committee, and they came out with the thing that it's legal. Well, we knew it was legal when we went in with that debate to ask them to look at this. It's the moral
Elizabeth Anglesey came out this morning in the paper and said that the problem would soon be gone because our people who are complaining are old and they'll be dead soon.
Yes, and that's what I wasn't going to say, but that's how she put it this morning.
I've asked for her resignation because I think it's a no-go area.
And that comment is what has rattled a lot of cages, and people are going to sit up and take notice. And the Taupo Times have been collecting people's bills, power bills and Lions Company bills, and they are putting together an article about this too, which will be coming out soon, and to help the Turangi community get their message out that they are hurting.
And thank you to Matt Shanson there in the
Yes,
back.
thank you, Matt.
You do. Much appreciated.
So sorry, Rosie, but yeah, it's not a small question, it's a big.
Well, it's probably good to have the background, isn't it?
Yes, yeah, appreciate that. Yeah, it is.
So I can tell you're passionate about it.
Yes,
Absolutely.
It's an issue. It's certainly an issue.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. Suggested resolution there, Councillor Williamson. You moved that, did you?
I did, yeah.
Thank you, Councillor Jollins. All right, all those in favour, please say aye. Against, carried. Okay. Let's see, go into the confidential section of resolution to exclude the public. Please, Councillor Williamson, seconded by Councillor Harvey. All those in favour, please say aye.